Am I the a-hole for refusing my late neighbor's adult kids his house after he left me most of his inheritance? I had a neighbor, Grandpa, who was more like family than just the man next door. After my dad died, when I was 4, he became a huge part of our lives, constantly helping my mom and me financially and emotionally. Grandpa's own kids lived states away and hardly ever visited, maybe 10 times in 24 years. He was lonely, and I became the closest thing he had to a grandson. In the last few months of his life, things got really bad. He lost control of his body and couldn't speak anymore. My mom moved into care for him after doctors recommended house care, and I was there every day after classes. His kids didn't even show up until he was in a hospital 3 weeks before he passed. After he died, they stayed at his house while we waited for the will to be read. The lawyer had already sent notices, and I was initially surprised I received one. I was floored when the will revealed Grandpa left me his 3-bedroom apartment in the city, which he had bought some years ago as an investment and was renting it out, and $50,000, while his own kids got $75,000 and his personal possessions. The kicker, Grandpa wanted his house to be sold, with the money going to charity and his grandkids' college funds. They were livid and had a meltdown instantly, but couldn't contest the will because it was watertight. After the reading, his kids approached me privately. They told me to do the right thing and give them the apartment. They even offered me $50,000 under the table to hand it over, saying it was their rightful inheritance. I refused the ridiculously low offer. They then became vulgar and threatening, and rather personal about my mom's relationship with Grandpa. I wasn't actually willing for all these complications, and I was actually thinking of a favorable negotiation. This was the last straw that broke my back. I told them to go F you themselves, I'm keeping it. One of them threatened to go public for what I don't know, but she's a reporter, smear my reputation, and make it seem like me and Mom manipulated a lonely old man into giving me everything. I'm holding my ground, and now they're accusing me of taking advantage of him. Friends and even some family members are telling me I should have just taken their offer to avoid drama. I told them to F you right off too. I've lawyered up, just in case, and had kept records carefully. Am I selfish? Am I greedy? Am I the a-hole?
Here are the top comments.
Not the a-hole. If she goes public, you can sue her for defamation and get all her inheritance.
Not the a-hole. It would be disrespectful to not abide by his last testament. My husband and I are in our mid-40s. People who help care for us in our old age, will inherit a fortune and a house.
You're not the a-hole. Grandpa chose you because of your close relationship. His kids only showed up at the end and are now trying to exploit the situation. Stick to your decision.
Legally, you have every right to keep what Grandpa left you. Morally, the situation might seem more nuanced. While you could argue that you're not obligated to give up the apartment, it's also worth considering how to balance your legal rights with maintaining family harmony and managing any potential fallout.